getting a little tight in here. Now, if you didn't watch the previous episodes on this truck, you probably ought to go do that, because not only did we stuff a monster cam in this thing, we sandblasted the frame, we welded the floors with new cab mounts on, we ripped off a Pepsi can exhaust. We did a lot to this truck. And then I never finished it. I just set it outside. Now I want to finish it because I kind of want to drive it. I spent a lot of money on that motor work, so I figured I better, you know, use it. This is going to be a crazy episode. Let's dive right in and get started. We have new headlights, just like the Camaro. I'm really looking forward to throwing in new Pioneer speakers and a new radio, because there is nothing, and it's driving me nuts. Right here, we have a power brake conversion kit that I'm really looking forward to putting in. The only other thing we got to tackle is power steering. And these are adjustable rockers. See, in the last video, this truck ran, the cam broke in, and everything went good. Still sounded like a lawnmower. And it still kind of runs rough. And that is because we need to adjust the rockers. Something else that I ended up picking up for this specific truck is this freshly rebuilt Holley 650 double pumper. I had a 650 on it that was really old, and that one ended up catching fire. But that is where this puppy comes into play. Start with the motor pretty much first, and then after that, we'll see where we end up. Well, it looks like we have to wait now, get different push rods, because this style we need a ball to cup push rod. I need a cup for this side, and I have ball to ball stock push rods. That kind of shuts down this plan. Let's move on to something that I have been itching to do, and that is get the headlights back in, because she ain't got no eyes. These are the old stock original headlights. I really like to put LEDs in this old school stuff. It pisses a lot of people off, which I like even more. Bam. And right here's our ground and our power for the LEDs. I usually wire these on a separate switch. That's what I did on the Camaro, because I like to run them during the day. I think it looks pretty sweet. Here's the final look. Definitely will look cool with some tint, but match the roof lights. So we will probably get on that eventually. Well, we finally got these push rods. You can see in there I got the new carburetor on. We're ready to throw these in and finally get it running. I have been waiting about a week and a half to do this, and I'm itching. So you can see right there we got a new style with the cup. Other style is still the original ball. I throw these in, do a valve adjustment quick, and that's it. So it is 2 months later now at this point, at least, and I have done so much to this truck, and I have not filmed it really. I've just made a couple shorts. When you are a loyal follower, you have seen that. Adjustable valves and the new push rods, well, they didn't work out too well. If you can't tell that's bent, let me show you. You can't even roll it on the floor. You see that space back there? Was my adjustment wrong? No. What happened was I should have shimmed the rockers up more, because they were pretty maxed out on the balls, and I think it was actually hitting the stands, which I didn't notice until it was too late. And then I realized why it always sounded like a lawnmower. She had a blown head gasket, and she has had a blown head gasket for way before I bought it. So that is why it's always sounded like a lawnmower. I thought it was valve seals, which a lot of it was, because 2 of my valves were cracked and gone. So air was going through there. I don't know how this thing ran when I bought it, and it actually ran pretty good. So built Ford tough, I guess. We are new heads, new custom valve covers. We are back to the stock push rods and rockers, so that's nice because I don't have to adjust them, and the truck actually runs really good now. I had to yank that Holley 650 back off because it got gummed up and my primaries were clogged, so I took care of all that. Power brakes are now on, radio's in, cab lights, fired up the headlights, a whole mess of stuff that I did not add into this video. I was just going to make a new video and cut out all the stuff I already did. We're going to move on to doing the new list of parts I have scheduled for this truck. So let me show you all that. Now ignore this wiring mess. That is actually from this one. If you want to see more on the square body, subscribe. We need a new diff cover because mine is rusted. We do need to change the oil. I would like to add these gauges. I need to re-bleed the brakes, and I saw one fitting was cracked, so I need to fix that real quick. Do them couple things and we might have a monster on our hands. Oh, and we have no headlights. And the bed is not wired up. The cab is not bolted to the frame right now. And the bed is not bolted down at all. She's a little loose. It's so cool they have a toolbox. Freaking junk square body over there doesn't have that. Oh. Well, you're gonna have that. I guess I'm gonna start with changing oil. And also, I don't really do this, but Tech Tip Tuesday, Tech Tip Friday. Don't cheap out on oil filters. I just learned my lesson on this, so I've always cheaped out on oil filters my whole entire life, but we are gonna be yanking off this cheap CarQuest, throwing on a Wix filter, get everything flowing good. You can see right there is the power brake conversion. I think it's this fitting. I noticed the other day it's cracked right there. Fix that fitting real quick and we need to bleed the brakes so we can stop this time. Drain plug location on these FEs. I'm not knocking the guy who designed it, but I wouldn't be copying my homework off of them, if you know what I mean. It is retarded. Let me show you this. Come under here, beast. Right there. See up there's the drain plug? Where's that oil go? Goes right there on the cross member. Drips in about, I don't know, 16 different streams into a bucket. You always miss a little bit. Let me move that back a little bit. Just a quick rant. Done. While we're on this oil kick, I might as well just move to the diff cover, because why not? I'm already covered in it. As you can see, this rear cover is rusty. And here are the holes. So let's try to get her off. Really hope these new bolts they sent us work. You know what? This is dumb. Why did I grab this ratchet? I should have grabbed my impact. No! At least it's at the top. We prevail. Well, she has fluid. Looks like we got a winner. Shout out Amazon. This was only like 60 bucks. Look at that beautiful masterpiece. Even gave us an extra bolt. I don't know where that goes. We need to put oil on this right in there. 80W90. Now we're gonna move on to oil. There's 6 quarts in this box, so it should take it off. And I'm gonna dump it all in. I'm not gonna check. I don't even know if she will start. There's something else I want to show you too. Enjoy. Eh? Next on the list, I'm actually pretty excited about this one. It's the little things that make me happy. These gauges, because I think it's gonna look pretty sweet. Inside this box are cheap Amazon gauges. I am cheap and I like Amazon, so it's perfect for me. That is what we are looking at. I think it was $24. You can't beat that. Holy crap. I think it's magnetic. Look at how that just mounted there. Right there is pretty good. So I added a speaker right there. The angle you're at, it looks like this speaker really sticks out. It's not that bad when you're sitting in it, but I would like to hide it more. I think that looks really, really good actually. That's perfect. Talk about a 15-minute install. Another thing is too, we did mount the tack. The tack lights up at shift points, but I do not have my RPMs. This was a bargain bin at Carlisle. Who knows if this thing actually does work, because it is hooked up right. But I do want to investigate that a little bit, because that kind of upsets me that that doesn't work. So we're running the temp gauge sensor right through that hole in the firewall. I'll stretch it out in the intake, and we'll run it right there. However, for oil pressure though, we probably are gonna get rid of the stock one right there. Don't really think there are any other holes. That's kind of the ideal location, so we'll probably get rid of that and just run right into there. Delete that, get that in, let's go. Man, I just love coolant so much. It's just such a good fluid. Nutritious, has all the values, iron, potassium, calcium, everything a grown boy needs. I just love it. Out of all the fluids in an engine, I hate coolant with a passion. Pretty cool, huh? There you have it, she is in. So, it's my favorite way to clean up coolant puddles and stuff like that in hard to reach places, I just hit her with the old shop vac. Just like that. I did get new copper line for the oil pressure line because that plastic stuff just, yeah, that ain't happening. Threw that crap out. I'm gonna run this and then get to backing this baby out. Well, we did it. The old girl's officially outside for the first time in a couple months again. That is the second time I've driven it, and that was a lot better. There's still a bunch of small, maybe a big thing to fix. It was smoking pretty good on the passenger side. That kind of makes me nervous. I feel like that's new. It also ran a little crappier today too. All in all, I'm not too upset. It kind of is what it is. This truck is a constant thorn in my side. Man, does she look good. I mean, all in all, not too bad, right? I got a little worried right there at the end. It sounded like it was eating itself on the driver's side, but this fan up here is obnoxious. Like, these pulleys are just, you can hear it. It makes the truck sound like crap. We really need to fix that because that's bothering me. So I ordered some parts and they finally came today, but I might have got a little carried away, but we have the carburetor off. So I went through and checked the bowl height. As you can see in them videos of the truck running, it smokes horribly, and that is what I was worried about. But then I took off my little sights in the bowls, which gas isn't supposed to run out of there. It's supposed to sit right at that hole basically. And I took them plugs off with it not running, and they dumped out. The primary was fine, but the secondary dumped out. And then I did it while it was running, and I tightened my floats down the whole way. Like, they shouldn't have been letting any fuel in. And I mean, there was, as soon as you took them plugs off, it was like Niagara Falls. So I knew we had a big problem. So I ended up taking the bowls apart, cleaning everything, and everything looked good and everything was clean. I ended up adjusting the floats a little bit because on the spring tension, I didn't like the way the one sat. Honestly, I shouldn't have had any problems. I think we'll be all right now, but just in case, we are gonna put a fuel pressure regulator in. I mean, it is the stock fuel pump, but with my luck and the way this truck is going, maybe something's weird happening and that thing is putting way too much fuel to it. Shout out to Potterville Performance Products, because we got this fuel filter and these 8AN to 3/8 fuel line fittings. And then Evil Energy, of course, they make the best fuel system products in the game. I use them on everything. Huge, huge, huge Evil Energy fan. I doubt they'll see this, but you guys rock. So we are gonna run this. We're gonna get rid of the glass fuel filter because they'll make your car catch on fire and yada yada yada. Did adjust these bowls to where they should be about perfect, so hopefully, fingers crossed that she doesn't smoke anymore, and that was just it running so rich. Because if it still smokes like that, we got some problems. Also, I did fix the obnoxious noise up front. My crank pulley was loose, like really loose, and it was just rattling back and forth. That's what that noise was. Got the carburetor back on, but basically we are gonna yank off the windshield washer fluid because right there is where we come out of our fuel pump. And if I go over here, it's kind of weird. If I go back there, it's weird. Right here is perfect. And what do I need windshield washer fluid for? So I'll get rid of that. From there to the regulator, back to the carb, which I already made this line up for the carb before. So we'll tie in to that. Perfect. These barb fittings are a pain in the butt. Yes. All right, so we have the regulator fuel filter all mounted up right there. We are gonna have to move the regulator probably back because I don't like how close that fuel line is to the fan. So we're gonna slide that back to probably right in there. Not too shabby. I like how everything came together, but I have it zip tied temporarily. We're gonna fire it up and hopefully we fixed our problem. Make sure we remember to take it out of gear this time. Oh, uh-oh. She does not sound good. This thing sounds like crap. She must be starving for fuel. All right, round two. I made it worse. Yeah, I had the hood closed. How did a bird get in here and crap? Kind of pisses me off. I stuck my hand right in it. Do primary, which primary was okay before. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, man, that's a lot of fuel. Oh. Let's see this waterfall happen. Yeah. Look at all that fuel, dude. It's horrible. Look at that. Oh, I did it again. It's obviously a float issue. I mean, she looks good. Found a new bleeder in one of my rebuild kits, so we're just gonna throw that in. Tip's a little bit smaller. It's the only thing I noticed, but it's still a 110, so we'll throw that in. Hopefully that works. All I'm gonna say is that clearly that did not work. And we have a major problem somewhere. And I'm too retarded to figure it out. I'm missing something big time, obviously. Holy shit. So I took the bowl off and I just looked at everything again. Everything still looks good. I lowered it like pretty much to the max. So if we're still getting a crap ton of fuel in there, we have a fuel pressure problem. Even though it doesn't make sense to me that the primaries are fine. And I did knock down my fuel regulator too. So hopefully I didn't go too far, but I'm gonna set you guys up on the camera while I crank, because that way I can see what's happening, because I don't have anybody else to crank while I watch. And hopefully we can figure this out, because I'm starting to go a little nuts. This carburetor is screwing me. So I just pulled out my plugs. Look at that crap. So that's 5 through 8. Here's 1 through 4. The only one that looks a little bit different is number 4. I'm sure if we're just not firing. I mean, it's definitely more soaked too, but that's not good. And that's probably why we're getting way more smoke on the passenger side. That's it right there, number 4. But yeah, I'm a little worried about these walls now. I did pull my dipstick last night and we are more full. So there's definitely a little bit of gas in the oil. See right there. So, not good. Not good. So right there is the old float. I just took her off. Right here is the new float, and they look about the same. I guess that one's just mentally sick or something's going on, because it looks fine to me. I don't know, but we're gonna throw this puppy in and hopefully that fixes it. If not, I'm gonna just set the truck on fire. Well, she's in. I have her adjusted way low, so that should be shut off right there. So, and you can see there's the sight plug right over there. So, if that don't shut it off, we got another problem. I'm really not digging the spring tension on this one. I know that it's not supposed to be too much, but it's just, I don't know. I even pulled it and got it a little bit tighter, but it's just a little too sloppy for my liking. So I think if this doesn't work, I'm gonna get a new spring, but we're gonna try it. I also found a smoking deal, and I didn't really want to extend my spark plugs. They were a little tight. When I built those valve covers, I went an inch too high, and I didn't even need to build them because I ended up yanking off those adjustable rockers, so all that was for nothing. But we got new chrome valve covers we're gonna throw on too, so that's gonna look sweet. So I'm gonna put them on right now also. So we're connected, we're ready to go, and hopefully it goes okay this time. Gotta find my screwdriver. What do we think? Does that look better? I think it does. Like round 214. I'm nervous. Not really. I'm kind of just over it at this point. I feel like I'm forgetting something. That is a new smell. I don't know. That's about me hitting the secondary, so hopefully the secondaries are dry, because that means we fixed it. Let's hope. No smoke. Nice and quiet. Oh my God, we did it. And I can see the fuel level is about perfect. Look at that, that's perfect. That's not good though. Alright, so I just got done doing a compression test. Here are the numbers I came up with. These two, I think they are higher. I think I was losing a little bit of air, but really, really good numbers. And that makes me very, very happy. So we still have a good motor, especially number 4. Like that one came out perfect. And that was the one I was worried about the most. But yeah, so we're definitely fuel related, 100%. And we're just gonna have to keep messing with that carburetor. Might try a power valve, but yeah, I don't know. I just turned in the idle mix screws. They're only out 1 turn. They were out like 2 turns, I think, before. So maybe that'll fix something. Maybe it's loading up on idle. I don't know. Okay, so we have a vacuum gauge hooked up to the carb there on that back port. So we are gonna fire it up now, and we're gonna do some fine tuning with that, check out some stuff for timing and all that, and just get an idea of what we have actually. Also yesterday when I was cranking, my battery was on the verge of dying. That's why I kept, so that was a horrible impression, by the way. But I tested it, it was at like 12% charge. We are at full charge now, so hopefully that really helps. So we'll get this baby back in and crank her up. So she's she's not gonna idle. So we have a lot to fix, but that was freaking awesome. I smoked both tires out. That was awesome, dude. Yeah. This is King of King's Garage, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you want to see more of this truck, make sure you subscribe. Thanks.